Welcome to my channel. I created this look for you today. It's, a neutral look with a bright lip, but you can substitute it with any other color you like. I really enjoyed filming it, so I hope you enjoy watching it. Let me know what kind of look you would like to see next. So yeah, subscribe for more. Thank you. Yeah, let's get started. I've already put all my skincare on my face, so like serum, moisturizer, and SPF. So it's all primed and ready to go. And I'm just gonna start out with a primer. I like to use this one by CoverGirl True Blend. It's extremely dirty and well loved for oily skin. I find that this really helps, and helps with making the makeup last longer. And then I'm gonna go in with my foundations. I've been using this one by CoverGirl, Matte Ambition Full Spectrum. In my color, I have to mix up these two. Their colors are FS100 and FS200 or 120. Just mix one pump each, and that kind of create a pretty good color for me. Yeah, then after I mix it on my back of my palm, just dot it. For this foundation, I think it's a pretty good one. Okay, trying to take it down to the neck area as well and kind of make it blend. Then blend it into the hairline. This sponge is by EcoTools. It's just their basic green one, and I really like these. It's pretty soft. It really apply the foundation or any other liquid you want to apply with very beautifully, and it's only like $4. So okay, now that I have my foundation on, I kind of just let it sit for a little while and go into my eyes to prime. So today I'm using this Morphe eyelid primer that I got on BoxyCharms, like one of the add-on or something sales for like $3, but I have to say it's not my favorite. I like the Urban Decay anti-aging primer, but I'm trying to give this one a shot, so all over my eye area to prime it into the center. Try to use my ring fingers to do this, because, and then on the underneath, our eyes are very delicate, and what I learned is ring finger has the least amount of pressure or strength in it. I'm currently trying this Billion Dollar Brows Microblade Effect Brow Pen. I think I like this one. It's pretty vivid, and I just kind of draw on the shape I want and just kind of keep going. If you can see, the difference is a little bit more defined and darker. And then I'm just gonna run something like this through and just make sure that it's everywhere and evenly distributed. Seems I also want over my brows, so I'm just gonna take a cotton bud and some makeup remover and just kind of go and clean up. So yeah, what I like about makeup is it's nothing's permanent. You just do it however you like it and just keep doing it. And if something doesn't work, you just take it off and try it again. And it feels very relaxing, like art, or doing arts and crafts, or very therapeutic. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it that way. You know, like I said, I'm not a brow expert and still trying to figure out what works for me. And now that I feel like my eyelids are pretty primed and ready for eyeshadow, I'm just gonna go in. For today, I'm using something that's, you know, easily accessible and pretty well loved across the beauty industry, if you would. It's the Urban Decay Born to Run. It's kind of sad looking at it now that like it's pictures of places that we used to be able to go freely. And all the names goes like Wanderlust and, you know, Breakaway. But it's a great palette. The shadows last really long. It's easy to work with. It's not too powdery. Yeah. So the brushes I've been loving recently are from Alamar Cosmetics. So this is an Alamar Cosmetics. I don't know, but like it's like this like fluffy one. I think it's from the Eye Set Trio #1. I got this from BoxyCharm, one of the add-on sales as well. I'm gonna find out that I love BoxyCharm, so I'm gonna take this Weekender shade, like this nude shade, and just kind of run on the outside. So kind of just to start defining the eye. So staying outside of the actual eyelid area but not quite to the brow bone. And so kind of define it that way so you can see the difference between here versus here. And it's a very neutral shade, so this is the first transition color that we're doing. And I like to draw it out, like past this eyebrow, end of the eyebrow, and then over. Just blends way better that way. I also try to go into the inside here and just make sure I'm also putting some transition colors in the inside there. Okay, so it's this one. It's from the second set, this like bright pink color, and it's this tapered one. I like to use it for the second transition color, and it just goes into the socket really well. Like, I love that. So I'm gonna use this color Riff as the second color and kind of coat it, you know, all around because it's a pointed tapered brush. Just tap off the excess and kind of start on the outside corners first. Kind of like this, and then pull it out. Then I just run into the socket like a windshield wiper back and forth. So the colors that, so yeah, I just keep going, windshield wiper, back and forth. And then pull it out at the edge. That's how we create that, you know, diffuse shadow wing effect. And then, yeah, just at the outside of the eyelid area or like that border. Okay, do you see the difference? This one versus this one. And we're going to do the same thing with the color Riff again. Just like this. Tap off. And the reason I start on the outside corner first with the colors is I want to deposit the stronger color, like most of the color there, and then take whatever's left on the brush and start doing the windshield wiper. Kind of feels like a massage for the eyeballs. It's pretty fun. And now I'm gonna go into a lid color. So I like to use this kind of, you can use your fingernails, or not fingernails, like fingers, but I like to use this brush by Morphe, number M705, and it's got this like tapered edge that you just, I think it's a concealer brush, but it works for eyeshadows too. Somebody that works there recommended that to me. So since I'm trying to go for more of a neutral look with a bright lip, I'm gonna do Stranded, which is this pretty champagne goldish color. Pack it on the brush, and I'm just gonna go in now. So this is, you put it all over the eyelid. Like that. I like to lay it down with the color first, and then I like to go in wet. So I'll take the color again on one side of the brush and then just spray it. Just using the setting spray again, something I got from BoxyCharm, like Power Up by I Wanna Beauty. It's a good one. I'm not sure if I'll repurchase it, but I'm enjoying it while I have it. And when you spray a setting spray onto a color, it's just so much brighter. Do you see the difference? This versus this? And it's the same exact color, same exact tools. And it's just much stronger. And I think the reason I like to do, like, lay down the color first and then go in with the wet shadow is it doesn't feel like too heavy if I just go in straight with the wet shadow and have to cover the whole eyelid. Like, just kind of create a thicker layer, if that makes sense. And then doing it again. Brightening up the area really nicely. Okay, you see? Kind of go all around, like here and here, here. Give love to everywhere on the eyelid. I like that. Okay, now that it's pretty much done, kind of go in with a color to kind of darken the outer edge of the eye area, and I like to do that with this Wayne Goss 19 brush. It's just perfect. With this Good As Gone darker color, so I'm kind of going from the lightest shade as the transition Weekender to Riff to Good As Gone here, and I'm just gonna go take it, like, you know, just swirling it around again, but definitely tap it off the excess. And kind of similar to the second transition shade, Riff, that I laid down, but yeah, just focusing on the outer corner first. Okay, and then take it in. And don't worry about rubbing off, you know, the shimmer color or anything. We can go back and put more on. And then drag it out like the other color again. Okay. Okay, so we kind of have this wing shape with some definition on the outer corner. See? Do the same thing on the other side. As you probably know, there's a lot of blending. Just keep going back and forth, and it's just a fun process, you know. It's not an exact science, it doesn't have to be, and you just have fun. So I'm gonna go and kind of blend the edges. I don't have any additional colors on it. Okay. You could go in with the wet brush, but I like to go in with my fingers, just so I don't put the color where I don't want it. So I don't want to, like, take it all the way up anymore and remove the good work I already done. So I'm more precise with my finger. Put it on like that. Okay. Now you'll notice at this point that, you know, some of the black shadow, like, we don't want it to be so droopy or so down like that. So I'm just gonna go back with my sponge that has foundation in. Just kind of draw a line from the outside of the eye up. Just kind of take away some of that black. Do the same here. See how it's like that? And just keep buffing it with leftover foundation, and it kind of clean up the bottom. I like to use this Overall Nikki Tutorials Highlight Everglow. As you can see, I've hit pan major, but I like this blinding color. So I just take this, I think this is a Sonia Kashuk brush, but anything that has a pointy end like this, or you can even go with your pinky finger. And I just like to lay it down on the center. And 1, 2, 3. I'm going with this one. It's a little tiny brush like this, or you can even use the same thing like a pencil brush like I just did the inner corner highlight on. But I'm gonna go with the Riff color, because I don't really need to do a transition on the bottom, and just lay it down on the side underneath. Most of the colors is on the outer corner, and then take it under. Isn't it crazy how like the faces people make? I'm gonna do the darker color, but I like to use a bit of a precise brush. So I'm gonna use Morphe M410 and take Good As Gone. Just a little bit, dot. It's a very pigmented black or brown, and line just the outside and wiggle like that. Kind of drag it down a little bit. See the difference? Okay, and just lightly draw it under the middle part. So most of the color is concentrated on the outside, not the middle or the inside. Then I'm gonna go with it again. And I just like to dot it a little bit with the brush, so I kind of guide where I want to do my wing liner afterwards. Okay, pretty happy with that. Now we're gonna do wing liner. Doing Hank and Henry Slick With It. Got it from BoxyCharm again. It's pretty good. My usual one I use is NYX. The center first, kind of like that. Lay it down. Use the whole brush like that. Like make it do the work for you. Okay. And then do the same, drag it out. And I like to just finish, like keep it there, and then I like to do the other eye and then add the wings. Start at the center. You can rest your hand on something stable so you have an anchor point. I'll start the wings. So you just try to imagine a line connecting from where you lay down your black eyeshadow underneath, and put a color there. And then after that you drag it so it's all connected now. And I like to thicken it a little bit on the outside. Yeah. And then to kind of give that little taper, where it gets just like, I go sideways, and then just flick it like that. So it just kind of fades. Then I'll add the other wing. So yeah, you use the guide again, kind of lay it down, and make sure it's kind of even. Then you just connect them. So kind of like is gonna go even to the middle of the eyeball. Like when you close your eyes, it kind of is like a little triangle. Just fill it in. Okay, pretty happy with the two. I think this one's a little thinner, so I'll make it a little thicker. Okay, now I'll do the flick. So you draw it upside down. There. So I'm just gonna put some lip balm on again. Just use Burt's Bees. Pretty good. It works. Because before we put down the liquid lips, they should be moisturized. Okay. Normal to oily. The color is mocha. So it's not exactly a contour powder, it's just a foundation powder, I think. But I find a lot of the Maybelline products last pretty long, and this color is really good for me for contouring. And so I've been sticking with it. And this is another Alamar Cosmetics brush, complexion brush. And I use this to contour my face. So just take the color, pretty generous amount, and then tap it off. And we're gonna do the triangle. So there's a line, imagine there's a line going from the top of your ear to the lip, like that. And then start out at the outer edge, like right there. And drag it in. So you start with the strongest concentration of color on the outside, and then pull it in, just slowly. Okay, same thing. So, but you don't want to come too low, so we'll draw your face down. So you want to kind of stay like almost above the ear is where you put the bottom of your brush, as you can see here. And the purpose of contour is to kind of hollow out your cheek and kind of give dimension, so it looks like your face sunk in a little, or just have a little more life and, like, you know, structure to it. So yeah, and it's supposed to be the place where there's light shining from above. Like, this is where you get the shadow. That's why you don't put it above the bone, just under the bone area here, right there. And so, okay. Then whatever color is left, I take it under the jaw, just like that. What it does is it will kind of contour your chin. So it kind of gives it more dimension with, like, you know, the light and the dark thing again. It's this little thing from Physicians Formula that came, you can get these like in any Physicians Formula powder kind of thing. Like, it's just like this, flat, and it's long. So you just take it, I just take it on one side, tap it off, and on the side that I put the powder on, I line it between, and I know, so right there, at where the brow ends, and like almost to the center of the nose, but like a little bit spacing, like that. You see? So it's a straight line, like it's just foolproof, but you have to kind of place it. So that's the work that you have to do. And then do the same on this other side. So again, only on one side, and kind of between the edge of, like at the edge of the brow, and just, you know, like maybe half a centimeter away from the center or tip of the nose. I just draw a line, and then I just go back and forth to just kind of blend it with this as a light blending, not like crazy blending, because we don't want to take away the good work we already did. Okay. And then I like to just run my fingers through it just to make sure they kind of blended. Okay. I love Alamar Cosmetics apparently. Most of them I got introduced, all of them, through BoxyCharm, and like brushes replaced a lot of my old favorite brushes. You know, this blush is replacing my old favorite blushes, so I'm gonna go with this pink one called Isla. Again, now the brush of Alamar Cosmetics is the brightening brush, but I like to use it for my cheeks. It's a medium tan Colorete blush trio. And I start on the like center of the cheeks, like right outside of the eyes first. Just kind of tap it. Now we are above the contour area. And just tap, tap, tap. Just like that. And then bring in the color, whatever's left, to the center of the cheek. So when you don't put all the blush on the center of the cheek or concentrate it there, it kind of gives you that lifted look. Yeah, so flushed and lifted. That's what we want. And you also kind of like drag the color from the top and down like that, so it's when there's just a little bit of thing left, so just kind of flush it, you know, in general. Blushed, no blush. Pretty big difference, huh? And then do the same for the other side. And then just kind of go back and forth to make sure they are even. Okay. And using the same brush, I like to highlight. This is just a great all-around brush. I'm going back into Ofra Nikki Tutorials one and kind of just try to grab the two colors that is good for my skin tone. I'm bringing it only sideways, so like that, and gonna put the highlighter down. So I'm gonna start the highest point of the cheeks area like that, and this is supposed to lift the cheeks up, and then on the brow area just like that, you know. So it kind of highlights both on top and under the brow, and it connects like a little V there. See how bright and wet it looks versus this. And just sideways. The reason I'm using sideways is because it's less surface area on the sideways, and it's supposed to be smaller than the blush area. It's supposed to be also a little bit higher than the blush area. Okay. Put it on the nose. Kind of also makes the nose look pointier. And then on the lips, like the Cupid's bow. Also makes the lips look poutier. Then on the chin, so the chin protrude out a little bit better. There was this about 4 years ago, I think, NYX's holiday collection where all these liquid suede lipsticks came in a baby one, and it's like 24 colors or more, something like that. It's all the colors they have available, except the limited edition ones, and I like fell in love with it. I've used it and I've used all of the colors, and just been waiting for another collection like that to come out, but they never did. Haven't come out yet for this year either. So I just decided to just go and buy individual ones and hopefully collect all at some point. So what do you think? This is Respect the Pink. And I don't usually do lip liners, but I've started to get into it. I feel like it gives me a better result, but I don't have like matching lip colors or lip liners, and that's fine. Just would like to kind of line it where I'm gonna go. and then put the actual lip color on it anyway. Kind of helps with overlining. I'm just sharpening my lip liner. So this one is Bodyography Pouty lip pencil, just a nude one I like to use. Again, BoxyCharm. Where I start is on the bottom in the middle first. So you see where the shadow's falling when I pout? I start there. So it's overlined. And then go to the side, kind of follow that line to the edge of the lip. Like that. And make sure it's a pretty well defined area. So you can follow it like, you know, trace the letter kind of thing. Okay, pretty happy with that. I do the top. So I start out in the Cupid's bow, or like this little V corner. I kind of go over where it's like really highlighted and like really prominent. So a little bit outside the actual lip line, right there, so that V, and then take it down, so a little bit overlining, and if I follow my actual lip line, it will be very small, so I kind of try to go a little bit more outwards and connect it here. Do the same. And again, you don't have to do this. You can do whatever shape works for your lips. You can just put a balm on with some tinted color and good to go. So kind of have an outline for where I want to take my actual lip color. So I have to open this up. This is for a really good deal at the friends and family, like 30% off, and then there was another like Allure coupon that Retail Me Not helped me find, so it's like perfect, 3 something for each instead of $7.50. I like to go with the bottom lip first and just kind of go from the inside out. Okay, so just filling the color in the inside, warming up if you will. And then try to trace the line that the lip liner put down. And it kind of gives off the excess so it doesn't get on your teeth so bad. Then sometimes if it's not dry yet and it's too it could get on the bottom, I just wipe it away. This stage, what I also like to do is kind of create the ombre lip effect, so it kind of seems even poutier. So I'm gonna have to find a color that's kind of lighter than this, but in the similar family of tones, and lighter, though it's not as ultraviolet. Just put it on the center there, and then blend with the finger, ring finger again on the outer, on the top. And it's just this like ombre effect, and so Again, just like light brings it forward, it kind of makes the lips look poutier. I don't like to use mascara on my eyes because I need to use waterproof mascara for the lashes to stay curled and lengthened and everything, and that's really hard to take off at the end of the night. So I'm just like, I don't use it unless I have special occasions. And yeah, and I'm pretty happy without having, you know, eyelashes on or like thing like that. So I'm gonna use this, spray my face a couple of times. So this just sets all the good work in. And you notice that I don't put the powder on. If I have to be outside in the hot, humid weather, or if I'm going into work, I need makeup to last all day, like, you know, really heavy duty, then I will put a powder on. Otherwise, I just put the setting spray on. It lasts pretty well. And this is a little Dollar Tree fan I've been holding on to for like 4 years, and I just love it. Super cute for fanning. Thank you for watching. If you want more content on makeup, Disney, unboxings, just my crazy online shopping hauls, any COVID rents, subscribe for more, and I'll see you at the next one. Thank you.